The festival is nigh!
So we're going to go ahead and get it underway here for Helios versus Dino. Helios secures the #1 seed with a win, and Dino secures a playoff spot with a win. So a big game here, and here we go. Ratty, center square.
Consumables only. Let Helios crack that shit.
I will go with BBK.
Oh, BBK.
Memory of Grace with 50k is the center square. That's actually a pretty interesting one. We'll start though with the early squares. Nothing super early on the first two rows. We do have Magma Worm, which is a good early one. Also would set you up nicely for Clean Rot Knight duo. Also Staves is a good progression square. In row 3, we do have the consumables only. That is probably going to be the fastest square on the board, except no, because we have a Geel on the 4th row, and that is also on a diagonal. Then in the 5th row, we have troll bosses and friendly NPCs. So definitely some interesting starting options with Geel consumables only, friendly NPCs, trolls is quick too, and like with Memory of Grace being the center square, like do you rush to get a lot of runes? Normally Godric is a good way to do that. Granted, there's not a lot of Stormveil synergy on this board, so I can't imagine there's a Godric rush. Maybe you do rush Rinola with 4 summons and then immediately Memory of Grace afterwards. You definitely have some options here on this board.
Yeah. Kind of tough to see where you're going to get 50k early. Rinola, Godric, obviously the usual options. You could make a Godskin Noble play early if you find the right weapon. Pretty risky though. Doing Commander O'Neill for Millicent's Needle will get you halfway there, and you can hold on to that for a little bit. But kind of tough read on where you're going to get that 50k early enough for it to be fast.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you are rushing for it, Noble or Rinola probably seem like the best ways to do so. We do have
Confessor. This was something I was wondering about. I caught Confessor has 16 decks. There is Cane Sword, which is a square off sword. One of the best weapons to start with is a weapon with square off, but it has 8 decks, which means like you could get there with 40 throwing daggers to kill the boss consumables only, Beastman of Fair Missoula. But you're probably going to want to catch the Kukris because it needs to be pretty perfect with 8 decks.
There also is a class there with the... there was a class with the Okina Mask for extra decks. Yeah, so already different starting classes here. Dino does go for the class with 8 decks, while Helios chose a different one.
I mean, if you go Cane Sword, Agil is yours, but you're probably going to lose consumables only.
Yeah, but some good smithing weapons on Helios's class. So it doesn't have a great starting weapon, but he does have Omen Killer Cleaver and Fire Knight's Greatsword. So 2 very good smithing weapons that you could use.
Yeah, and with Tunnels and Precipices and Magma Worm on the board, Makar possibly in play. Kind of hard because that's one of the only other rush squares on here, so that could get done really early in Caelid. There's obviously the Magma Worm and Gale Tunnel, which is also a tunnel, right? So like kind of a great early play. Also unlocks Celia Crystal Tunnel when you go to Caelid to get to it, so not the best board for Makar and a smithing weapon perhaps, but also, if it stays, it's there.
Also here, a good amount of synergy with Knight bosses. We have Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo. We have Clean Rot Knight duo. We have Trolls, which Bulls is Bulls, Carrion Knight. So all of those synergize with the Knight bosses there very well.
Yeah. And 7 Limgrave bosses. You have your Crucible Knight and Bloodhound Knight that are really fast for Knight bosses as well. So double progress on those.
So yeah, plenty of options here. Now, Dino cannot wield actually that square off sword, so he's going to have to go...
Yeah, go get Torrent first.
Go get Torrent first, yeah.
It was only 3 levels to wield it, so Lanes Between Ruin will get you there, but yeah, you can't rush a Geel off rip. Which, to be fair, it's a time save, but only in getting the square. Like, once you have to run up and get the... Torrent, you're starting to lose time. So if it's not a straight up race, it's fine to get Torrent first.
Yeah, Yeah, and Helios is very clearly going consumables only here. So yeah, Helios will claim, I mean, unless he messes it up, he will claim consumables only on the column 1. That'll also give him a Limgrave boss to further build that column.
Yep, Agil and consumables only both Limgrave bosses, right? So great squares to start off with. We also haven't talked about friendly NPCs. On this board, I actually don't hate it. You're going to be doing so much killing, getting the weapon check out a Euro with that. If that hits, you're going to be able to get hopefully an advantage and ahead on, like, I mean, you have 6 Liurnia bosses and 7 Limgrave bosses, 4 Night bosses, 3 tunnels. There's a lot of killing to be done.
Yeah. You know, one other thing you could do for center square is if you get a weapon online early, you could go for the Erdtree, the Putrid Avatar, and Dragon Barrow, because we also do have Physic tiers on the board. It's not the most efficient, but if you really do want that center square.
Yep, and also you can spend, I think he gives you 90k, right?
Yeah.
So you can spend 40k on levels, which will get any weapon online, or you could even use that, get any weapon online, or get levels, right? And then use the remaining 50k for the square. Oh, Helios is going to maybe push for the fastest time on this square this season. I think it's 3:26 right now.
And we see the mark at 3:19, 3:18.
Nice.
And that is, I believe, a record. That's insane.
Yeah, let's see what the current record is.
I believe it's 3:26. Could be wrong.
3:24 is the record. Ellie beat that last week.
Still beat it by a good margin, though.
So beats that record by 5 seconds. And Dino here going for Agil.
Yep, after the upgrade, go back. This might knock my 508 Agil off. I really need an incident here for my own record. Square off to the head, square off to the wings, gets the stagger.
No, Dino's already first on the leaderboard, so you're safe.
Let's go. Chainsword, still better than most weapons here. Square off, just great poise damage and really good at hitting the head. As you can see, 2 there to the head knocks him over. Then you can get 2 in while he's staggered with the riposte. I mean, the damage is insane. And this is a terrible square-off weapon. This is the worst square-off weapon by a good margin.
Well, either this or Weathered Straightsword.
Yep, it's close.
And oh my god, Death's Poker in the Greatsword check for the 3rd time today.
We are just witnessing a Death's Poker day.
I mean, the odds of that are, I think, less than 0.1% getting it 3 times in a row. But it's happened.
I mean, that's the weapon you would want on this board. That's, with all these kill squares, noble, all that jazz, that's perfect. And Dino going straight for Magma Worm, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll also put you closer to Spear Dash Summon +4.
There's a lot of Caelid on this board. Millicent's Needle, Putrid Crystallion Trio, Staves. There's a good amount of Staves in Caelid. Magma Worm, Clean Rot Knight Duo, Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior Duo, Night Bosses. You need Radon Dead.
You can't argue with Caelid. It's good.
Caelid's very strong on this one. Meanwhile, Helios here is just going straight into Liurnia. Yeah, I expect this one to be a very good close game. Like Dino, I know Dino's record is 3-3, but Dino's an incredible player. His, like, to me, the question is just like board read, right? There have been some games, like particularly the one against Asim, where he just had a bad board read.
Right.
Like Dino's 3 losses, he lost to Strump, which, to be fair, Strump's beaten everybody, right? Except for Helios. He and that was a close game. He lost to Asim with a really bad board read, and then he didn't play the end game properly against Sirius, and Sirius had that crazy comeback on him. But I mean, I think Dino is a very live dog in this one. Very, very live dog here.
Yeah. I mean, getting Magma Worm here and your first tunnel boss as well with your early play, like, he's going to take a little advantage early, I think. I didn't see if he threw in the Greatsword check. I doubt he has yet, but Helios will probably be able to get to killing a little faster. So
yeah.
That could be, like, he might be able to make up some time there, but I think this early play out of Dino is going to put him up a little bit at the start.
Yeah. And he will get the Katana check out of the Magma Worm.
Yep.
As well as a Somber 2, and there's a Somber 2 that's like right on the path, and then you can also get a Somber 4 if you really want it. Just a bit more out of the way. Additionally, actually, he can also kill Alexander in the cave for a friendly NPC, and the Warrior Jar Shard, which, depending on your weapon, like in this case, if he does use Death's Poker, that's huge.
Yeah. And even just with the Cane Sword on Magma Worm, having Square Off do more damage will be good.
Yeah.
Also, if Katana check doesn't hit, there is the Meteoric Orb Blade check right by Millicent's Grace, which may be worth throwing in.
And Halberd check is golden. Halberd check is Golden Halberd. A very good weapon. I know that's one of Dino's favorite weapons.
Yeah. I still don't know if you use it over Death's Poker.
I mean, it's good.
One dex off of being able to wield it.
It depends on your comfortability with the weapon, right? It's kind of the same question with Rosa's Axe. I think Golden Halberd is a bit better than Rosa's Axe, but it's a very similar kind of a thing.
I mean, his Death's Poker isn't wieldable by like only a couple stats as well, which I think is one thing leaning in its favor. Is it's actually going to be online faster.
Yeah, 100%.
But Golden Halberd, pretty good.
Pretty damn good. I think this might be a friendly NPC, maybe friendly NPCs from Helios, or just continuing on with prep. We're going to see Dino here kill Alexander really quickly before he goes and fights the Magma Worm. He also has Rot Grease for it, which the Rot Grease will do a ton of damage.
Rot Grease will be really good, and then Square Offs will help a lot with breaking posture just to make the fight. I mean, you get some free damage in, but honestly just makes the fight safer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just have more downtime.
Well, we will go full screen with Dino here.
And he's off. Little Rot Grease into the slowest door opening animation ever.
I shouldn't have freaking Rot Greased.
How many charge attacks do we get here? Oh my. 2, that is not great. Three with the Rot Grease active. We may be in danger here. 4 with the Rot Grease active. We're actually in trouble. There we go.
Yeah, Dino gets the rot there.
That was
got it just in time.
a little sketchy to start, but now should be hopefully a pretty chill fight for him. Actually is taking the riposte. It's kind of unusual to see.
Yeah, he's still doing a nice job here. Has him under half health and drinks the blue.
Yeah, I should be able to just finish this up with out running out of square offs, I think. He should be good. He's getting trolled a lot by these charges. Holy smokes. It's the most you've seen in a row out of the Magma Worm.
Like probably 5 or 6.
I know mine's 6. I've heard of a 7 per tail. One more. There it is.
Nice job by Dino there. And I think Helios might have been looking at that.
I suppose that's fine.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Also, great katana there, which is not a bad weapon to get. Hoarfrost Stomp, low frost bleed action.
And I think Dino here now immediately going for friendly NPCs, so he's going very aggressive early. Meanwhile, Helios going for more of a setup play.
Oh, don't let Varia heal. Beautiful. That's 2. Probably going to go Yura into... I mean, you have to imagine Bach, the final one.
Yeah.
And one quick thing to note here, something we maybe don't talk about as much, but this will be 2 katana checks for Dino once he gets Yura down. There's something to be said about, like, if you're checking a weapon type a lot, throwing in extra checks for it, because you just are slowly increasing your odds of getting a better hit, right? Most of the katanas are good and usable. You do 2 checks, maybe you throw in Meteoric Ore Blade and possibly even Black Knife Assassin, and you're gonna get, like, something that's a usable Somber for sure. It'll take a little time, but if he's not interested in using Death Poker, it's a very good way to, like, guarantee himself a weapon.
And Dino, or Helios here, actually, there was heal on round table, so he's going for incants only on Royal Revenant. And there he gets it.
Still free. Little bit of luck right there.
But that is that just for money?
That's just a Liurnia boss.
Yeah, just a Liurnia boss.
Yeah,
Yeah, because no runes
Why is yours
bosses
so
or incants only on the board.
It's just a really quick Liurnia boss. Just get ahead on that. And yeah, a little bit of money, right? Never hurt.
Yeah. You're everybody's number 1 op. Dino dies.
Oh. Cane Sword is really bad.
Yeah, I mean, Square Off in general is not very good against NPCs.
No, it's usable. I found I actually attempted this square as well and kind of had a similar thing happen. But there is a range with Square Off where you can kind of get in and hit him before he really tries to attack and he's not fast enough. But it felt very tight.
Dino does sneak up on him there and gets a Square Off at the start.
Sneaky, sneaky beaky. And Cane Sword is a horrendous weapon in terms of damage.
Dude, katana's just too fucking
Yeah,
big.
in the lore, it was used by a cane. It's called Cane Sword because it was used as a cane and has a blunted tip.
Yep. It's literally a bad sword. I'm pretty sure Weathered Straight Sword is actually better, and Stone Sheath Sword is the only one that's worse.
Stone Sheath's terrible.
But yeah, it's not meant to be used as a weapon. Oh, again.
And Dino goes down again. Which, my God, can you imagine if there was a somber straight sword with Square Off? That would be so great for bingo.
Oh my god, it'd be busted.
Yeah.
Just too good.
Yeah, now Helios is kind of just chilling. Rambler's somewhere smiling, seeing Helios or Dino die.
Yep.
So is
Rambler
Nartok
needs-
too, because Nartok has died to this guy so many times.
I mean, Nero will do things to you. Oh, he's just getting greedy. This is just going to be a really slow fight. I think you just have to go for R2s, combos, and back out. You really can't afford to use Square Off much.
Oh my.
And just resetting already, fair enough.
He's just better than me. Where's the grace?
This is bad.
Yeah, this is real bad. And now he sits. Might check roundtable here. I think Helios is making his way towards trolls.
Yep. Bulls carrying knight, just a great option on this board.
Mm-hmm. And then the Stone Digger troll is a Limgrave boss as well as a tunnel.
Yep.
So
Also
really
great
big
option.
synergy with trolls because you get the square, you get a knight boss, you get a Limgrave boss, you get a Liurnia boss, and a tunnel.
Yeah. Pretty nasty.
Dino checks roundtable. You know, has Dino found Death's Poker?
I was going to ask you, I don't think he did the greatsword check.
No, but he's going back to Aguila Lake North.
Little greatsword check.
Either that or he's going to go kill Bach. Yep, looks like it's going to be a greatsword check for for Dino here. But yeah, like Helios already has the Physic, which there's Physic tiers on the board. Now, Bulls is the 5-time champion because he did kill Helios 5 times in a row one game.
But did Helios have the DP when that happened? Right
No.
in the butthole. Oh, disgusting.
He did have a upgraded Claymore. He did have like a +3 Claymore. So it's not like he was in there with a frying pan.
That's a night boss.
Very nicely done by Helios there. No problems with the 5-time.
Straight down to the tunnel troll makes a lot of sense.
I think he also is going to grab this Grace, maybe get him closer to Bach and potentially
Yeah.
Alexander for the future.
I mean, Warrior Jar Shard just makes a lot of sense right now, so 4 friendly NPCs feels pretty good, I have to imagine.
Question is, what's the trigger that makes Alexander move?
I want to say you have to get into the tunnel. Might just be arriving in Caelid, though.
Yeah. Dino does get Death's Poker there.
Yeah, unfortunately, finding that 18 minutes in, 17 minutes in probably doesn't feel great.
Yep.
That might be a little uh-oh, oopsie moment.
Yeah,
Is
because
it type-
Helios already has it online, I believe, +4.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's so strong about Death's Poker for Bingo. It is shockingly easy to get online.
Yeah, 17 decks, 11 int.
And some strength. Like,
Yeah,
not a
some
relevant amount of strength.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's kind of up there is the decks. But even then, 17
Yeah.
is not a crazy ask.
Not at all. All right, Helios is in here for the second troll boss.
Fuck. I'm not sure what to
It's-
do. Caelid is really good on this board. I might just
Helios
have to go to
down
Caelid.
1 square, but about to start putting a lot of pressure on. And I don't know. I mean, Dino won't be able to see it, but he's going to... So I got 1 Liurnia boss. He's going to clean up an extra Limgrave boss here. Like, Jesus Christ, so fast.
Go kill NPCs real quick.
So Helios is going friendly NPCs, but it might be a snipe here because Dino's actually going for tops.
Smart. Yura and Alex are probably the most valuable NPCs to kill, but obviously Yura is pretty tough, so like just choosing to speed this up and make sure you get the square is a good call. Especially after seeing 2 troll bosses pop.
Yeah, so I think Dino's going to go straight for Bach here, and that will be 4 friendly NPCs. So another snipe there for Dino. The snipes are keeping him ahead, which he kind of needs to stay ahead right now, at least on the board, because he's he's far behind on map and weapon progression.
Yeah.
Also, I will let you guys know it did just start storming. I haven't had any issues, but prefacing if my internet goes out.
Yep. If whose internet goes out, I will be just giving scuffed fucking stream on my end, so here's 4 friendly NPCs as well.
Maybe I can get
This is...
synergy.
I'm a little
going.
concerned for Dino here. He's up a square, but
Well, he has
DP.
16,000 runes.
Yeah.
He should be able to get. He won't be able to get. Well, he also does have the Somber 2. Like, he should be able to get his DP online fairly quickly.
Just has to get to EG pretty much.
Yeah.
Being said, where is Helios? Back in Caitlyn.
Maybe looking at Clean Rot Knight duo with Night bosses.
Yep. That would be pretty decent play here.
Yeah.
Also
And
gets you the gold scarab. There's no dump squares though, so that's just
well, there is
levels.
Memory of Grace with 50k, so it might help a little
yeah.
bit. Right.
That's true.
Honestly, the main reason why it would help is that if you do Memory of Grace, if you do Memory of Grace with 50k, it'll help you get your economy back quickly, right?
Yeah, that's true.
More runes, more levels, more gooder.
Also with gold scarab, something like Millicent's Needle, and maybe just these bosses will put you close to 50k. He's already at 8. Forget how much Clean Rot Knight duo is worth. I want to say it's over 10.
And Helios is actually going into Dragon Barrow here.
Oh.
I think he might be eyeing the he very possible he's eyeing Putrid Avatar.
With Death's Poker, honestly, fair
Yeah.
play.
And that center square would be very strong for him because it would shut down, it wouldn't shut down anything, but it would build threats for him on the middle row and middle column.
Yeah, and I was looking at row 3 when this started just because of a Godskin Memory of Grace with 50k. There's not enough Volcano Manor, really, I think, or reason to get into Altus to do that. Like, you just have Exaltation and, I mean, Valiant Gargs, I guess, right? Radon's Great Rune. Like, there's not no value, but not the strongest. Shackles is the only thing, really, it's like that late.
So some interesting routing there for Helios. I'm actually not sure if that was faster. He goes into Dragon Barrow, grabs the Grace at the start of Dragon Barrow, and then jumps down and over into the Clean Rot Knight duo.
That could have just been vibes. I have a feeling he probably knows it's faster.
Well, also that Grace is good. The Grace that he got in Dragon Barrow is good for Radon's Great Rune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good for that.
Helios does avoid the rot there.
Was close.
Dino having some troubles with Celia skip, but saved it and gets it the second time.
Good.
Failing
Celia
Celia
skip.
skip properly, like failing it well, is something that's very important for bingo. It's not like you can't just reset, right?
Yeah, you do not want to die Celia skipping, which is actually very easy to do.
Yeah. Being able to like save a mistake or just get back into position very quickly to do the skip again is quite important.
Yeah. Because realistically, once you miss the first try of the skip, you should have just gone to unlock it. But like,
If you can
get
save
a second
it
or third try quickly, you're fine.
I think if you get a quick second try, it's probably still faster.
Yeah, which most players, if they get 2 tries at it, they're gonna get it. Here comes Clean Rot Knight duo. How are they looking? All right, Death Poker, doing Death Poker things. Jesus Christ, dude.
Ow. Heal now.
These little discs are kind of getting Helios.
Okay, that's big.
That should about do it.
And there's Clean Rot Knight duo for
Whatever, we got it
Helios.
done.
Yeah, it's 2 night bosses, an individual square. He's got troll bosses. He's got tunnel. I mean, he's making good progress around this board right now.
And also blocks 2 nice lines for Dino there.
Yep. Actually, Memory of Grace 50k does block that diag, which is open to Dino right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we mentioned.
Yeah, so Dino here getting the first half to Dectus and Sword Seal.
Yeah. Which Sword Seal is just nice to have, right? Never a bad thing to grab on any board, almost ever. Yeah, I think Helios is eyeing up that Putrid Avatar play you were talking about. It's the only thing that makes sense. He could just be grabbing, I mean, but just coming all the way here this way to grab Dectus and stuff feels a little weird.
Well, that middle column could potentially be strong for Helios. Memory of Grace, 50k Physic Tears. You get the Memory of Grace and Physic Tears. Well, some Physic Tears from the Avatar. Then Crucial Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo. Also, that's a night boss for him, and he's already done 2 Liurnia bosses here.
Yeah. This could spiral quickly out of Dino's favor. He is.
Well, Dino's
well
about
behind.
to get online here. We'll see what Helios can do here against the Sword Tree Avatar. He is very likely one shot. I think he pretty much is.
Almost 100%. He will be mostly relying on jump attacks here. You can, I mean, if there was a boss, you could charge R2 with Death Poker. It's Erd Tree avatars. But you probably just want to get in poise damage, get the stagger into National War as he's doing right now.
It's going too greedy. I got it.
Going for 2 is kind of crazy. But pays off. That damage is obscene. This might end up being one of the fastest early Avatar kills I've seen. Really nice jump punish on this stomp
My
when he
reaction
does
time
it. That's
was
kind
so
of
late because I wasn't sure whether
something I
wanted to
haven't
jump or
really
roll.
seen. Getting out of the way.
Has to drink a blue there.
Yeah, there it is. I was going to ask if he had that. I assumed so based on flask count.
Oh, I missed it. That's unfortunate.
There's another Frost. Elden
It's about
Stars
over.
Jr.
Just going to let that do its work. One more hit.
Nice. Very good
Nicely done by Helios there. Very good job by him.
I'm hoping he uses this extra 40,000 he should have here to level up a little bit.
Extra
He doesn't need to.
100,000.
Oh, yeah. He has the Gold Scarab.
Yeah. Yep, just gonna level up Vig to 30 and then endurance and int a bit. In Memory of Grace.
That is a crazy early advantage now.
Yeah.
I think Helios can kill literally everything on this board at this point if he wants to. I mean, he probably could have anyway, but with 30 Vig and +4 Death Poker, I don't think he would be worried about anything.
Well, I think he's looking at Physic Tears right now. It's like he's gonna just run down to kill the Kaled Putrid Avatar.
Dino does have Death Poker online now.
Mm-hmm.
Good synergy with the avatars in Weeping here. I'm surprised he went straight to this one, but fair enough. Or in Weeping, in Liurnia, sorry.
Yeah.
Liurnia bosses avatars.
Well, that one avatar, the avatar that drops 3 is just so far out of the way.
Yeah, that's what really sucks.
Yeah. And if Helios is going for this line, it's not that he doesn't need Altus. He doesn't even want Altus, right? You can't...
Yeah.
If you want early access to Crucible Knight and Misbegotten Warrior duo. Plus, he doesn't need that many tiers, right? So that's four from avatars. If he gets the tier, you get the tier from the physic. That's 5. Int tier 6. The 2 tiers from a different avatar is 7 or 8.
8.
And then charge attack tier and the endurance tier is 10.
Yep. There's also, I mean, strength and faith tier options, right? Strength is a quick grab. Faith tier, if you want to set up Spirit Ash +4, laying in. Maybe another staff over there as well. You could justify that. Probably easier to just go grab the ones by the Physic Church, though, since he's right there, right?
Yeah.
Just to keep in mind, there's so many options for that square. It can be difficult to keep track of them all.
Yeah. And it looks like Dino might be trying to contest this. Goes to third church and then grabs some tiers there as well. Is it possible? I think it is possible to do 10 physic tiers without even killing an avatar, right? Because you get the 3 by third church. Like, it's not really viable, but I think it is hypothetically possible. Because 3 by
third church, faith, dex, strength, int tier gets you to 7. There's 1 by the Deathbird and Altus. There's 1 by the Lion Guardian and Kalid.
There's also some others by the Minor Erdtree and Altus that...
Yep, Twiggy's over there, so you could do that.
Yeah.
So that would get you to 10, yeah. You could do it without killing a single boss if you had Altus access. Which is crazy. It's such a wild square.
Yeah.
Because there's also the Erdtree avatar way out of the way that gives you 3. All the avatars give you 2. Wormface gives you 2, right? Like, there's just a lot of weird ways. Like, if that square stays on the board really long, it can start to get a little funny.
100%.
Which is not what we'll see in this game.
Well, I think Helios might actually be going for the avatar that drops 3 in Liurnia.
Yeah. I saw him running over there. You gotta remember, this is Helios' last game, and Valiant Gargs is on the board.
It's not his last. It's his last regular season game.
Yeah, last regular season game. Not his last game at all.
Yeah. For Helios, I think he's eyeing 6 more games and 2 win quarterfinal, 2 in the semis, and 2 in the finals.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. So Helios is currently sitting on 6 physic tiers.
Right.
Kind of surprised he is letting this hang a bit, right? Like I expected him to go to the Liurnia avatar and then grab these 2 and then just run to Fort Height after that.
Yeah.
Because there are so many options for physic tiers. Even if you have a lead, it is very snipeable.
Definitely. There's some early options that just work really well if you can't quite get a weapon online.
Yeah.
Even if you feel safe that your opponent maybe doesn't have as much progression, like, it's still very doable. I mean, someone could reasonably pick up 7 tiers off the ground, right? So it's like,
yeah.
How much do you trust this? That probably currently is one of the more important squares on the board. Looking elsewhere, I mean, Dino doesn't have any realistic threats at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, row 3 exists for Helios, but perhaps a little less pressing at this point, although not necessarily. Have a tough spot here, Dino, between those 2 threats.
Especially, it could get really bad here if Dino goes into Altus.
Yeah.
If Dino goes into Altus and has to do Radahn before Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo, it might be really hard for Dino to stop the middle column, because Dino will have to kill Radahn for Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo access. And this will be Helios' final physic tiers as well as his 3rd Liurnia boss. Also, I do think Helios is going specifically for this avatar for one reason: Magic Shroud Crack tier.
Yep.
For Dust Poker.
That's something I thought about. It also puts you right next to 2 other Liurnia bosses, let's be honest.
Yeah, and Dino is going to Altus.
Oh, Dino's about to put himself in trouble.
I mean, he might have to go Radon immediately.
Yeah, if he's going to do this, he needs to hit Radon. Which isn't super awkward, right? Radon's great runes on the board, but... don't love it. I don't necessarily hate it. It could work out.
Yeah. Well, this will be for Helios' 10th here, as well as 3rd Liurnia boss.
Yep. Like clockwork. Actually,
Great damage off Rip as he gets away here. It's half the health bar. Elden Stars Jr. trying to make a name for itself as Dino's strongest soldier, but no.
Whatever comes here. There it is. 3 Liurnia bosses.
That'll be that.
And Dino does grab that Grace right as the square is marked for Helios. So Dino officially will have to go Radon for Crucible Knight Mistbeat and Warrior Duo access.
Yeah, and Helios is heading straight down for these other 2 bosses.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be basically you get the 2, 3, and 4 here for Spirit Ash plus 4.
Yep. Just needs to hit... Oh, he could even just go to the Watchdog Catacomb in Limgrave. There's a 1 in there. I believe 2 1s, so...
Or the Black Knife in Limgrave. Yep. Also, Leech, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Leech, I hope you had a great stream, man. You guys don't know Leech, definitely make sure to check him out and give him a follow. He is integral part of Zero Scratch and does a lot of cool runs. I really love his does a lot of crowd control playthroughs, which are really, really fun in Elden Ring. So definitely make sure to check him out. Ah, he's a God Sekiro gamer in the making. Say less, say less.
God, Helios is really eyeing up the bingo here.
Yeah,
and
Dino,
there's a lot Dino can do.
Well, Dino's immediately going Radon. Just has to.
Yeah.
Be able to wield my weapon. Come on, jump. Nice.
Saw some of those fire bombs coming in earlier in the fight.
Yeah.
I forgot to put out.
Ow.
Well, he has
Won't
enough
matter.
health. Yeah.
Black Knife. Oh! Hold on now. Let's not speak too soon. Alright, we didn't.
All right, Helios gets the Black Knife down. That's his 4th Limgrave boss, or 4th Liurnia boss.
4th Liurnia boss. 5th is probably going to be the Simshade. There's also a world where he goes Bloodhound Knight in Liurnia, or Cleanrot Knight. Puts him at 3 Knight bosses.
Yeah, he does not do the Semshade.
Oh, yeah, he might be going both Knight bosses, double mark here.
Yeah. Or at the very least, 1 Knight boss with the Clean Rot.
Yeah. When you're so close to Bloodhound too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It might be worth it.
Either that or...
Sure, Dino will probably get the block here because of this. I mean, he's trying to get it anyway. But, like, you're getting 2 squares. You'll be able to go back to Limgrave if you want. Start cleaning that up, which makes a disgusting diagonal threat.
Mm-hmm.
Exaltation and Lane in both very long squares if you get Limgrave if you're Helios.
Well, I think Dino here is eyeing the column 4 with the early Altus access.
Yeah.
Radon's Great Rune into Gargs. The questionable one is Spirit Ash plus 4. Right?
Yeah.
Which Helios might be able to win off of him here. Because Helios already has the 2, 3, and 4. So he just needs to pick up a 1 somewhere. Dino is going to be in on Radon, so we'll go full screen with him.
Yeah, and if Helios does do Limgrave bosses, you do that Watchdog Catacomb
Yeah.
probably, so.
Helios is going to destroy this Clean Rot Knight here.
Yeah, it's not even going to be close. Radon with a +4, a little closer, but not by much. This is still going to be pretty nasty, I imagine.
And Helios gets the Clean Rot down.
That's gonna be even actually better than Rambler's first phase. Took a lot more Ashes of War, but got him a lot lower.
Ow.
Quite have the blue to finish him off. He'll have to actually fight him here.
Oh, nice.
But he gets staggered. I don't think you're close enough to get back into it. But that was enough to just get the fight done.
Yep, nice job by Dino there. And yeah, Helios is going to do what you said, go for the double mark with Liurnia bosses and Night bosses.
Yeah.
No, actually, never mind. He goes for a Don. Thief of Fire.
Oh. Interesting.
Maybe go for.
I mean, Bloodhound Knight is a boss you're going to be doing anyway, so maybe it doesn't make sense to go down to that cave, right?
Maybe it surprises him though.
Well, also, he might be thinking he's getting Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. 6 bosses in Liurnia for Helios.
Okay, I get back a dude. I'm just forgetting.
Where is Dino going here?
I think he had a different. I'm not sure what he was lining up there, but he did say I go back. He saw the mark as he was warping, so just grabbed the Stone Sword key there and goes back for Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo. I think he was grabbing Stone Sword keys there for Exaltation, maybe.
Probably. That makes the most sense, right?
And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a snipe because I think Helios is looking at taking the teleporter into Fort Gale to get to Redmane, which actually is really good, especially if you're going to Redmane Castle without the festival active. The teleporter in Gale takes you to the far side of the bridge. So that way you don't have to do the run through the catapults.
This also gives him a slightly better run to the Megawyrm if he grabs that Grace, but probably not worth grabbing.
Well, Dino is in on Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo.
Cast a little premature there on the Ash of War. That'll happen to you, you know. Part of life.
Yeah. We all cast premature sometimes.
Right, dude? Oh my gosh, this lane is actually being a little bit of a problem.
Dino does get away from the Crucible Knight just in time and is able to heal.
That was a little sketchy there at the end.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice snipe here for Dino because Helios is going very aggressive for this Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo.
I mean, worst comes to worst here, he cleans up his night bosses, right? Even if he loses the square.
I mean, I think you probably still clean up night bosses elsewhere. Especially with Limgrave bosses on the board, right? Just do Bloodhound Knight.
I mean, depends on how long this Crucible Knight takes if he's already in the fight.
He won't be because he has to run through Redmane still.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be close.
What is he doing?
Dino's down to
I've
1
never seen his
HP.
follow-ups.
Good move to get a heal in right there.
Yeah.
Small thing to note there, because I saw those heals, but Dino's rocking +4 flasks.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows +0 is meta, but, you know, it's good to have upgraded flasks.
Realistically, just don't get hit, but obviously having better flasks, if you can't pull that off, is a good thing.
And that'll do it there for Dino. Helios sees the mark. Will in just a second. It's on the board.
Probably going to grab the Grace anyways. Or a reason?
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to do Radon.
Oh, he got it. The question is, can I still get night bosses?
Straight to Exaltation, really looking at
It'd be
this.
very annoying if I keep
Yeah.
And not necessarily just
Well, actually, you know
Exaltation,
what? I
this
don't think you should-
Catacomb here for +4.
Exactly.
also
I think
work.
you should. I think you should do the catacomb first.
This could be a really heads-up play by Dino if he does that.
Yeah, because Helios is. Dino does very likely have an Altus lead. Helios might because if Helios was hard rushing Crucial Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo, he would intentionally not go to Altus. So
Yep.
because of that, the most snipeable square on the line is Spirit Ash +4. And this Catacomb gives you the Bell Bearing to get the 1 through 3 and also has a 4 and a 5 in it. So if you really want, you can upgrade to...
Could actually use a Spirit Ash summon if you wanted to because of this.
Dino does just decide to set up the Grace, though, and pivot out, which I don't love. Helios here is fighting Crucial Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo here, so we'll go back with him.
Okay, Crucible Knight cooperated, thank you.
I mean, especially, obviously, Dino doesn't know that Helios already has Spirit Ash, but he has
Oh. Don't think about it,
2,
sir.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and that can be a
Helios-
hard read, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a hard read for both of them because Dino doesn't know. They don't know if each other has Altus, right?
Yeah.
Like Helios could be thinking that Dino just
That
rushed
really
it without
something you
Altus, while Dino could be thinking, okay, Helios got Altus, and maybe he was killing Radon.
This
when
is
I
the gameplay
marked.
loop of all time. Does it work? Yes, it does.
Oh my. Very clean fight here out of Helios.
Yeah.
It's also going to put
Really?
row 1 into play if he gets
There was
this
no
as
other attack
well.
you could have done
Or no,
here.
not row
You
1,
had
sorry.
to
I got my
flop.
colors mixed up. Take it out of play. My bad.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my god, I was looking at the board and I
Because
got
row 1 could have been an auxiliary threat for Dino, with
Yeah.
guards and shackles.
this guy. Holy fuck.
Yeah, both players are complaining
have
about weird
any
RNG. I
attacks
think there's something
that are
going. Like
not
even
fun?
Mouse,
Give
who
me tail.
knows these bosses
Please,
better than
please
anybody,
give me tail.
saying that he thinks there's something
you.
weird going on with the like
Just
Death
stop
Poker,
flying.
the Ash fucking with their AI.
I would
This
believe it.
Motherfucker. Dude, he's gonna do the double tail from like an awkward angle, and I'm gonna try to jump it and get hit. I know that's gonna happen.
From soft code is actual spaghetti. Trying to understand the game is a futile endeavor.
Really?
Oh, there's a Frost. But Helios is one shot.
Fuck you and everything.
Gets the
you
stagger. Okay, it's going to
Yep.
be GG's.
And that is Night Bosses there for Helios. Dino here going for In the Cave for Exaltation Talisman. You know, if Helios doesn't go for Spirit Ash +4 right now, this could be bad.
Not today, idiot.
Helios is going for Altus here.
As long as Helios recognizes the threat, he can beat him to it. right? He just has to go into
Yeah.
the Watchdog Catacomb, essentially.
God,
Yeah,
Black
there's
Mask
Exaltation
Spirit.
Talisman.
Okay, there's the Exaltation Talisman. Ooh, he's killed Radon already, that means... I
And
kinda
that
need to
tells
rush Radon
Helios a
+1.
lot right there. He killed Radon already, is the
Yeah.
only thing that makes sense.
Alright.
So he has Radon's Great Rune. He has access to Valiant Gargs. Helios should know he needs Spirit Ash plus
Yeah.
4. And Dino's already in the Catacomb.
I think he said that.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear him. I might have talked over him. My bad.
Is anyone having... Matt in chat said there's a sound problem. Does anyone else have a sound problem? Looks good on my end, but like I said, there's a storm, so I'm not sure. Okay. Matt seems to be an isolated incident.
Nope. My shit was muted.
Oh, in your chat, it was fucked.
Bro,
Gotcha.
what? How's there 20 people in here when this has been muted the whole time? What are we doing?
S tier chatters on your end, ready?
Dude, how did no one else catch that? That's great. How long has it been muted? Chat, what are we doing? I was pressing buttons earlier, so it might have muted when I was typing something. Sorry, Matt. Jesus Christ. Professional streamer here, dude.
Yep. I think it says something about, your chat not wanting to hear your voice.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Brother, there are 20 of you.
Yeah, I think Helios is gonna get the snipe here on the +4. Dino's about to go kill the Watchdog. I think he'll be just behind though. Yeah, order was wrong here for Dino, unfortunately.
Yep.
It was hard to know, right? But if he were to do Spirit Ash +4 first, I think he gets this. Granted, Helios has to go to round.
Ow.
Yeah, there's just no way.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Unfortunate. In columns 4 and 5 still open to Dino. Helios
Well,
really...
Column 4 is about to get blocked, and then
Yeah, sorry.
middle row becomes a
Just-
problem.
Yeah.
Helios already has one
There's-
tunnel down.
I think both have one, right?
Ye-
Troll
Yes.
and Megmorm?
Yes.
Anything else happen? I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Yeah, so that's Spirit Ash +4 for Helios.
Not bad.
A big sigh there from Dino as he gets sniped.
GGs.
Yeah, it's one of those moments you probably have all your eggs in that basket. You know,
Yeah.
that's your way in. Because even if he just gets Spirit Ash and then goes and restores, like, you don't have to go do Valiant Gargs. You probably do. But just leaving Valiant Gargs while you clean up other stuff, like, perfectly valid to catch up.
Yeah, Dino's gonna go tunnels here.
Troll Tunnel into Celia to finish tunnels. Make sure that's not a threat. And then... I mean, you might be looking at column 5 if you're Dino.
Yeah.
But it would be so hard to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, column 5 is a good way back into the game. The problem is it's very hard to pull off, and Helios is quite an experienced player. He's going to know my best play here is to get a block. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously from Ark's perspective, Exaltation early was a mistake, but from Dino's perspective, he doesn't know, right? Helios
there's
very
no
well
way.
could have been in Altus, right?
Also, that Diag is very intimidating. If he gets Exaltation, I mean, if he gets any of those 3 squares, right, like, you have a problem.
I actually think Helios
Laying in 7 Limgrave bosses would cost Dino a lot more time, I think.
Helios here is going for Limgrave bosses.
Motherfucker.
Not sure I quite understand this one, unless he's... Maybe he's just thinking I'll kill a Geel on the way to the troll. But
yeah.
a Geel's being a troll himself.
One Ash War should do that for Dino. Yeah, that's insane.
I don't even know how to dodge that attack. I don't remember the last time I've dodged it.
And Helios already has the troll down, so he probably was thinking before Millicent chest, right?
Oh,
to get
yeah,
Selden.
yeah.
Cool, apparently.
But either
My
way,
apologies.
this has not gone how he would have hoped. Yeah, we're both. It's been a long couple months of bingo, brother.
Yeah. It happens.
We're allowed to have slip-ups. At this point, it's all starting to blend together into one fine bingo mush.
It's 3.
Alright, that is Helios' 3rd Limgrave boss. Yeah, it does
We
just seem
just
to be
went straight to the
rushing
knife
this. Surprised he's going Limgrave bosses before addressing the threat on, just getting rid of that column 5.
It's a really bad column.
Yeah.
Really making good work with this Ash War.
You know, now
None of these
Dino,
bosses
by
can do
doing this
anything.
tunnel, he is gonna he's ahead. He's ahead on Altus. He's gonna get a +6 here,
Yep.
and it's only gonna be 2-ish point game, 2.5, right? Because Helios is about to get Limgrave bosses.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Dino's down just enough squares for it to be like he's gonna get within 2 and he's be down 3 again.
Yeah.
He needs to find something a little faster. Granted, he has a big advantage on Valiant Gargs, Shackles,
Cool. Nice books.
and I mean, honestly, kinda not even Crystallian Trio. That's really
Yeah.
about it. But those 2 squares, right? So if you're down, it's not quite as bad as it looks. Those 2 in-game squares are kind of in your favor for now. Because Helios will have to make time to go do
So you guys
Radon
want
at some
5?
point.
Yep, he did the tunnels. I'm not surprised.
And
Helios
if we
seemed to
get
be
to Shackles-
expecting tunnels. I expect Helios to grab a staff here.
I think so.
Dino actually might go Leonine.
Or the staff down here by the Demi-Human Queen.
Yeah.
Before getting the rest, although that is kind of a weird grab.
Well, maybe
He's
a
already
bit
got
of a
one
read, like might be a read. Maybe expecting, like Dino did tunnels already. He did Magma Worm. He's showing more Kaled progress, right? Helios isn't going to look for the, like Kaled progress would lead you towards Staves and Millicent's Needle. Helios probably would not look for the block with Shackles. You wouldn't want to hold it that late. So Dino might be expecting Helios to go Leonine earlier here. And that'll be a nice easy staff for Dino there. I think this is number 6 for Helios.
Should be somewhere in that realm.
Surprised there was no Margit and or Tree Spirit in Fringe Folk.
Yeah,
Of course it
Godric
drops.
too, with like the possibility of maybe Shackles at the
Yeah.
end game. Like you can justify it's not a great play, it's a little slow, but you know, just an idea.
And Dino is going Staves here. Helios is going for Fringe Folk Tree Spirit as his final Limgrave boss and his first of
Okay.
2 Tree Spirits.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I believe that is Dino's third staff. Yes, because he
Started
killed
with one,
Tops.
yeah. It is correct. Dino on 3 staffs. Gonna go get Staff Velocity Meteorite. Get him to 5. He just hasn't bought the one at the merchant.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Trying to get a count now. And the question becomes Leonin or Millicent, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, you can.
we're talking Tuikanafu?
Ikana?
Mike, I have no idea. Been pronouncing that name wrong for a long time. If it's what you said.
All right, this
Staff
will be
of
Dino.
Loss.
This will be Helios' first Tree Spirit and final Limgrave boss.
Helios has really synergized the board very well.
I need to stop trying.
It's
to
just
break
so
our one
pleasing to
so the trail
watch.
Does more damage, so just go for the trail.
Greeds for the stagger and gets it, still gets caught, but it's fine.
Alright.
GG's Tree Spirit.
Yeah, that is 7 Limgrave bosses. And Helios now going to Dectus.
Dino with some very awkward stave routing.
Routing,
here,
yeah.
which could be a pretty massive issue. Unless he's already at 6 and we missed something. I don't think so. Just some awkward routing. Do you not have the Grace by Tops, maybe? I could have sworn he did. It would have been strange to not grab that.
All right, there is staves for Dino.
All right, the threat's formed. Will Helios be able to deal with it? And Dino again probably making the wrong call on Millicent's Needle here.
Well, we'll see what Helios decides to do.
I mean, we spoke about it earlier that oh no, don't do it this way. Dino could probably straight up fight him here. Actually, it looks like Helios is perfectly willing to play catch up here. Might even steal Radon's Great Rune from him.
Yeah.
If Helios steals Radon's Great Rune. Oh, the bingo almost doesn't matter because then you go Renala.
Yeah.
You could get Shackles eventually.
Yeah.
Clean up a Tree Spirit. Yeah, okay.
Also, there's Crystallians and Godskin Noble and Renala. Tree Spirits.
It's too fast. You
Yeah.
won't be able to finish this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Also, had Dino just gone after O'Neal right there, he would already be dead. I'm pretty sure he could have just stood there for the entire intro and killed him.
Yeah.
Little unfortunate. He has the +6, so yeah, there's almost no shot he even sees phase 2. This is going to take a lot longer. Gonna realize it right here? Probably. Yeah, look at that damage. And that was just from standing in it.
Yep. Helios is in on Radon here. I mean, Dino is honestly like dragging him out and then using the Ash is not the worst idea because you don't really have to deal with the summons.
Right.
Dino does get O'Neal down, so we'll go full screen with Helios.
My internal timing for that is so good, dude.
Could have been faster, but it was still not too slow. Helios already in phase 2 Radon. Should be close to finishing it up here.
Yep, there's the
Oh, gets the
stagger.
stagger. And gets her done. Alright, losing Radon's Great Rune is a very real thing that could happen here.
Yeah, because Helios also set up the Grace for it, and Dino dies to the little jump down to Gowry's shack.
Yeah, a lot of people have been using the tower to jump down now, which is just a lot safer.
Yeah.
Like, jumping down the cliff is very much, that looks good.
It's so sketchy.
Yeah, like, I do it all the time, and, like, I regularly die when I do it in challenge runs, because it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
In bingo, consistency is key, so unless you're going to spend, like, a half hour on this wall looking for which rock you should be dropping down to. It looks like he does have a rock.
Yeah. It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
I like rocks.
Guessing you didn't catch the SpongeBob reference there.
Yeah.
It's from the Krusty Krab pizza episode.
Oh. Is Helios going to hit the skip?
Threep, this is why you're my favorite. I knew you would get the reference. Let's go.
Hey, Torsads would have got it. He's a big SpongeBob guy. But me, I only get the most basic ones. I'm a basic white bitch.
I may or may not have a poster of SpongeBob above my toilet that says "nice butt" and he's holding a thing of toilet paper.
Pause. Helios, almost. Yeah, he's gonna get Great Rune. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Dino's gonna hate this.
Yeah, Dino will not be happy about this.
I think that's also the first instance where he's gonna be like, oh no, he's also an Altus, which doesn't matter a ton.
Yeah.
But Radon down Altus access means, Shackles is not
Secure.
Mm-hmm.
And Dino goes to Fort Faroth. He might have been going for the restore now. Yeah, Dino's going to get sniped on restore here. These are bad.
Right.
Because it is only a 2-point game, but 2-point games in endgame, like being down 2 and like even being down 1 in an endgame is very difficult. Especially with how good the players have gotten with like double prepping and stuff. If you give these guys an inch in an endgame, they'll take a mile, right?
It's just, it's too much. Also, I think the worst thing is Dino's only path to victory, right, in a 2-point game is going to be the bingo. Like, Helios is not going to let you snipe him 2 times. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
The problem is he has the longest square on it in Margit and Moog's Shackle, and Helios is going to be able to find 3 other squares before you get that.
Yeah. Dino pivots out there. I think Helios goes Temple Quarter. Does he not have Academy Key?
He might not have grabbed it. I think he just went straight to Bulls.
Yeah, Ronaldo makes sense for me here. Dino going for Putrid Trio.
He gets Trio. Helios gets Renala. Let's assume Tree Spirits goes to Helios. He's going to have to choose between Noble and Leynin probably. And then Valiant Args and Shackles will be left. It is a hard road back now for Dino after that.
Yeah.
Hold on to the Great Rune maybe a bit too long there. It's the second time we've seen someone lose a Great Rune square today because they held on to it.
Yep. Also, Helios finally puts the magic tier in this physic. I think he forgot.
Yeah, that'll happen to you.
Yep. And I think he's going to upgrade 2+5 here. He is. So Helios goes Altus Highway Junction. I think he's going to finish his food on Tree Spirits here. He already has one dead. We'll go look for the one in Altus as the second one. And it will bring him a little bit closer to capital.
Right. And that's good, right? If we do get to that end game with just the Shackles and Valiant Gargs on the board, you're going to want to be closer to both of those. I doubt either player will progress past 4 height for Gargs, but Shackles you can make some progress on.
Yeah.
Especially Renala, that's kind of a huge square right now.
Oh, that's a huge pickup for Dino. I didn't realize there's 3 preserving boluses in here. They're a little out of the way, but that is great if you get rot procced.
Yeah.
For the Crystallian trio. That's actually huge.
I mean, the odds of you getting rotted 3 times are so low.
Well, yeah, but like just once, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if like having 3 is crazy.
Because so often rot just can mean death in this fight, because it is quite a long fight, and that rot will just tick forever.
Yeah. It's also one of the few places you might see the Death Poker charged R2. Going jump attacks. Should be close. Oh, he has. Yeah.
Helios, you're going for the second Tree Spirit. Yeah, and Dino does get rotted, but...
Preserving Bolus.
Yeah.
Also lets you be a lot more aggressive in this fight, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because they do hit decently hard, but the scary part's the rot. Especially in Bingo, because you don't really have a ton of flasks. It's quite difficult to out-heal the rot. Helios gets the Tree Spirit down there. That's 2 Tree Spirits for him.
Indeed. Now he's looking at Renala, which is just by far the best square to get.
Yeah.
Death Poker making good work of these Crystallians. Just standing in that rain is so crazy.
Apparently DP has only 19 poise damage and a charge chart too, so it's really bad for stance breaking.
Really?
Mouse said it, so I believe it. If anyone else said it, I wouldn't believe it, but Mouse said it, so that's accurate.
Yeah, no, I trust Mouse.
Yeah.
That's good information to know. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Might as well use R1s and Ashes of War then, right?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. You're just losing time on charge attacks. Yeah, Death Poker with a real charged R2, please.
Yeah, Dino does grow up, upgrade to +6, and he might be chasing here on Renala.
Yeah, there's almost outside of a big troll here from Renala.
Apparently
There's not much
Milos
to
as
be done.
well. Milos as well also only has 19 on the charge R2.
Oof. Not great. Yeah, and Helios almost a red wolf as Dino gets on the first elevator in Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just hard choices here between Noble, Renala, and Lane. And like, you're gonna need Rhea if you're Dino.
Yep. Also, keep in mind, we do have one more match after this one. It will be NVCC versus Shura. Shura looking to continue his winning streak and give him a chance at the #1 seed in the Yakuza's division. Meanwhile, NVCC looking to get off the losing streak and finish his season strong.
Should be a good game.
Helios here fighting Red Wolf.
Okay. Jump.
Also, we will have a game tomorrow. It'll be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. It'll be Dino versus Ra. If Helios does win that game, then that will be for playoffs. If Dino wins, he is in. And if Ra wins, Rambler's in. So that will be a very big game tomorrow if this one goes Helios' way today.
Yep. And just the easiest Red Wolf fight.
Yep. Crazy that actually the final, this is the second to last game in the Red Mains. Crazy that the final playoff spot will literally come down to the final game of the season in that division.
Says a lot about how close the competition is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just going to be... Dino made a great threat there at the end. Unfortunately, it was just a little too long of a bingo on column 5. I don't see him catching up on this Renala.
Nope.
And I really don't see Helios making a mistake.
Helios does fuck up the Moongrim Kukri tech, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
We've already seen one Moongrim kill today. Can we see 2?
No. Well,
darn it.
I think he's going to jump off. Yeah, he does. Dino
He
here
did
does
jump
go
off.
fight Red Wolf. We'll go with Helios once Dino gets this down, and he does.
Beautiful. Clean fight. And, I mean, if there was a boss that was going to troll, right?
It would be Renala.
Renala's the one that could do it. Dino needs Renala to stand firm and back him up. Helios might not have enough damage for the one phase.
Really?
Just barely doesn't.
Why's my damage so bad? I swear
Your
DP
damage is bad because
is
she's
bad.
80% resistant to magic, Helios.
Where is it? Where's the kids?
Yeah, for 80% resistant to magic, that's not bad damage. It's bad for Des Poker in general, but
Fuck you,
you
bro.
can see why it's one of the best weapons in the game there. A boss that should almost fully resist that Ashel War is still just kind of getting smoked. Here we go, phase 2.
Also, Dino gets trolled there by Moongrim.
I need to stagger you, I need to stagger you.
Barely got that quit out. Oh my god, Dino had a real incident at the elevator
Pretty much
almost.
gonna get her to like 1 each.
Helios gets Renala as close to death as he could pretty
Yeah.
much right there.
Alright, now he just needs to wait for the 4 summons.
There it is.
He's gonna punch her. We have found that if you punch her, she tends to summon faster.
Punched.
Or just hit her, right?
Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case,
That seemed to
obviously
be an effective
using
strategy.
strategy.
That's not cool.
Strategy. I'm tired, boss. No.
Okay.
It is weird.
Helios
It's definitely
using-
100% like a vibes thing. There's no way it actually works, but we all just pretend it does.
No, I think it
That
does
counts
do
as
something
summon
because
by
I
the way?
think she tends to summon because the summon is also like a get off me move, right? Because it bounces
True.
you away.
Oh.
Helios.
Like, whoever told me about that one fucking lied.
There's a chance.
Any summoners?
There's a hope and a
Summoners?
dream.
Oh, you think you can handle me yourself now, is it? Girly.
Yeah, it very well could be vibes,
Please
but
summon.
I do think there is something to it.
So I choose 100% to believe in it. I just wanted to clarify we have no testing or way of truly knowing
Yeah.
that. We all agree it does feel that way.
Well, it's bro science. We said it, so it's true.
All the bingo
summons and
players
then
agree.
stop?
It feels
I've
like it
never
does
seen this
something.
before.
It has to do
I've seen
something.
3 and then stop.
Granted, she's
Is she broken?
dude. He might kill her fist only.
That would be pretty crazy.
I think she's actually broken.
Does it have
Oh
something
my
to do
God,
with the
she's
fact
so
that he
broke,
hit the
dude.
Bloodhound Knight?
She can't.
You gotta wonder, right? Something's up. She is not.
Because I've
singing
never
over
really
it.
seen
Because I
someone
started
punch
with
the
America
Bloodhound Knight
character.
or do damage to the Bloodhound Knight. Okay, there's the third
She's
summon.
confused.
I mean, Dino's in the fight now.
Why America's in her academy?
Yeah, if she decides to stall that long again,
Well, or if even Dino didn't have the Moongrim little mess up.
right?
Any force? Any force?
Helios is at no heals, right? Like, the
Yeah.
dragon gives
Oh,
him
I
an
might get the
awkward move
moon
here with this moon.
No, she got it off. She's also fucking far from me, so she's definitely doing this. Yeah. Okay, one more, lady.
Well, this is actually close.
Dino gets the first. That's, I think, his first summon, right?
Bad.
Yeah.
Alright, Helios gets
Last
the fourth
one.
one.
I legitimately got
Holy
through a good
shit,
chunk
what
of
a
her health
stall
bar with my
from
fucking
Runala
Yeah.
there. She tried.
Whatever.
I mean, to be fair, Helios always deserved that square, but that's tough for
Yes.
Dino. Dino will definitely finish a fight here.
Might as well, right?
Yeah. I knew I was walking to a snipe.
Yeah, he says he knows he was walking into a snipe,
That's a
which,
GG.
yeah, you kind of have to in that spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, he almost got what he needed out of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't have to finish the square. I have to finish the fight, not the square. I'm stupid as fuck. Okay, well.
It is. Helios looking at shackles?
I mean, it's Helios, so he's gonna prep like every square on the board and then go pick one.
True.
Get cozy.
Get cozy, lock in.
Yeah.
We're about to see someone set up 4 different squares.
Yep.
I mean, he does have Noble essentially prepped, right?
Yeah.
Got Schoolhouse. Valiant Gargs isn't quite prepped, but he's at fort height.
I bet he goes and kills DTS and then like runs to Leonine and grabs the Grace there and then maybe goes underground to kill Mimic and set that up.
Yeah, he's just waiting for Dino to mark a square, essentially, so he knows what he's ahead on. Which, that's how you close out a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looks like Dino's going to Noble. He's gonna
Yep.
die.
Nope.
Oh, no, he lived. That's crazy. But as soon as Dino marks Noble, which might be, like, right in time for Helios to be finished with DTS, he'll know that he can just push capital.
Oh, Helios will be way through DTS by the time Dino marks Noble.
Yeah, this elevator's taking longer than I thought.
Yeah. And he has to go through the loading screen and do cage skip and everything.
Oh, yeah, but Cage Skip is so fast it takes you back in time, right?
True.
By skipping the game.
Oh. Let me refresh Helios' stream. There we go.
At DTS now. God, Death Poker is insane.
It's so good. DP, baby.
Pretty sure you can.
Crazy this is like just now becoming a meta bingo weapon.
Well, it's very recently became the meta speedrun weapon, so.
Yeah.
Super clean by Helios there.
Insane.
Fucking nasty. Alright, Dino here
Yeah.
going for Noble.
Not a bad play.
And Helios
What's
double
his arm?
prepping. Actually, no, he might just be going for Margaret Shackle. How did Dino get hit by that? What?
Yeah, that was an interesting hitbox. Maybe the back of the arm is all the way to the
Yeah.
extension of it, but that was very weird. Back to back Black Flame rituals. Took the riposte. Oopsies. Oh, maybe not oopsies. surprised to see him taking these riposts. But it worked out really well, actually. It looks like you can get in, like, the first part of the Ash of the War for a lot of extra damage there. So maybe it is a good play.
Now I actually have a legitimate
Perhaps a bit of
argument
tech
to just
there.
keep going.
Yep. And I think Helios said that he's just going to keep going here. So actually, Helios might not double prep.
I think once you see Noble, you know
Yeah.
you're good on shackles.
Yeah.
He wanted to grab one shackle, and then he probably would have gone somewhere else, which makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing as you know he went Godskin Noble just now, the odds of him having anything on shackles is low.
Yeah, so with this win here will be the status of the Red Mains going into the playoffs. Helios is locked up for the 1, Strump is locked up for 2, and Asim is locked up for the 3 seed. Then Dino will play Ra tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. American Eastern time, so 30 minutes before we started stream today. If Dino wins, he will be into the playoffs. If Ra wins, Rambler will be into the playoffs. So Rambler's old rival Ra is going to be his strongest soldier tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dino going for Mr. Wins games here.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the dog on it. But Helios just has to run past 2 lobsters at this point. We'll be good to go.
Yeah, and then that will be the second to last game of the season. The last one we got to figure out. It's Nexus versus Ellie, but Nexus's PC is in the shop, and we need to get. We'll figure it out because that one. It needs to happen because if Nexus loses that game, he goes from the 1 seed to the 3 seed, which would matter a ton for playoffs. But also, we can't wait too. We got to see. So yeah.
Make him play on a laptop. What happens when he doesn't have his loading screens? It's time to find out.
I think he would honestly just FF.
Loading screen merchant Nexus, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Helios just a couple minutes here from... I mean, he'd already secured his spot, but finishing up his regular season. In pretty dominant fashion over the Red Mains, too. I mean, he had that one loss to Ginger.
Yeah, the 6-0 loss.
6-0 bingo that came on the back of a couple of just pretty crucial early issues. Not even mistakes. Like, he legitimately had a software issue that cost him a square, and then, like,
Yeah.
after that did have some deaths that really cost him time, but...
Yeah, he said he just was really tired for that game, didn't feel like he was in it, and Ginger played incredibly well. Also, he
Ginger
did
hit the line hard.
He downloaded a voice changer, which apparently somehow messed with his computer, and when he hit the consumables button, nothing happened.
Yep, his voice changer was bound to the consumable activate button, so when he pressed it, the voice changer thing, not the throw kukri thing. Which, like, that's tough, but I think everything after that was a little more just bad luck. He was dying in really weird, uncharacteristic spots, right?
100%.
And credit to Ginger, no mistakes, blitzed the line, right? Like, just perfect game out of him. But, I mean, outside of that, Helios has had moments in games where he's looked beatable. But it was moments, right? Like, he's won every game. And, like, pretty definitively.
Also, this will set up. I mean, it will finalize the first playoff match. We know for sure it will be Helios versus Stocko. The way that our playoffs work are a bit different than most leagues. You actually play across division, so the 1 seed recusant will play the 4th seeded Red Main. And yeah, we now know that Helios versus Stocko is locked in.
It's pretty awesome.
I will also say for scheduling wise, for the playoffs, some of it is up to player discretion. Normally, the way we tend to do it is it is a best of 3 set. we will do game 1 and game 2 back to back, and then we normally do game 3 the next day if necessary. That is typically how we've done it. These guys are not 3 games back to back is a lot,
Helios
and especially
with Kukri Tech on the lobsters is insane.
And there it is. That will be the win
GG.
for Helios.
Well.
And Mr. Wins games did go down for Dino. So
Technically, it was a second late, but I think we can give Dino the square. It doesn't matter.
we're gonna let him have that one.
Yeah, we'll let him
That,
have
that
it.
was Mr.
Yeah.
Wins games.
Yeah. Well, GG's. We will we'll bring the players in real quick, and then we'll let Reddy go take a nap and get ready for the final game of the day. GG's, gentlemen. Welcome in.
GG's.
GG's.
It was a really fun game. The column 4 threat could have been very serious there for you, Dino.
It was so good, and then he just took Spirit Summon +4 like 10 seconds away.
Yeah.
So that was close. Okay.
Yeah, well, Helios wasn't in
so
Altus at
close.
the time.
Yeah, that's why it was instant GG if I got it.
Yeah, I was curious. Did you consider doing Spirit Ash +4 before Exaltation?
I did, but I thought maybe he's baiting the Crucible Knight duo square to go get Exaltation and threaten the Diag that he has prior on. And I was like, if I let that happen, I just instant lose. So I gotta hope I can do Exaltation and Spirit Summon +4 faster than he can.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And it was like a very difficult, like, you're basically 50-50ing on whether or not he's actually going for Crucible Knight or if he's baiting it, right?
Yeah, I think if you baited it, I don't know if you did. Did you bait it, Helios? Or did you go for it?
Nope, I was going for it.
You were going for it? Okay.
Yeah, his final night boss was duo.
Yeah, because he clicked Night Bosses soon after, so I kind of figured it would be.
Well, that could have just been me trying to take Prio away, because I did
Yeah.
have some Liurnia bosses, and I could have just killed, like, Daryl or whatever.
Yeah. Did you Deathspecker it up?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You were killing
It was a
shit
little-
fast.
It was a little hard to pick a bad weapon, so I was just like, might as well pick DP because it's the most fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I want
Yeah.
to talk with both of you because we have big games set for both of you in the future. Helios, you are now officially locked in. You will be playing Stacco in the first round of the playoffs. Talk to us about that a little bit and your ambitions going in.
I obviously want to win the whole thing. So quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, everything. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, sorry. And Stacco, like, I've beaten him the last couple of times we've played, but our record is pretty even. Like, I'm definitely gonna be playing as well as I can. I'm not gonna try to pull any funny business because he's also been playing really well in all of his matches. So I'm looking forward to it. I do think I have a little bit of an edge, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. Excited for that one. We'll probably be reaching out to you quickly to get that one scheduled for late next week, early next weekend. And good luck to you in that game. And then for you, Dino, set up a playoff game for you tomorrow against Ra. If you win, you go through. If Ra wins, Rambler goes through. How are you feeling going into that one?
So the way that's going to work for me is I've been up early today. I have to go work all day today and then stay up till 2:30 a.m. to play Ra. So that's nice.
So you'll be fresh and ready to go.
On his A game.
Yeah, unfortunately our schedule's just like opposite of each other, so I just have to sacrifice some sleep to play. But I feel okay going to it. Like, I kept up with Helios. Not really, but sort of. I think minus Yura taking me out 4 times, I think I kept up other than that.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly,
that one's a
if you reverse the order on Spirit Ash Summon and Exaltation, it would have been a very different game, which, I mean, that's just 50-50, right?
Yeah. I couldn't tell what he was going to do, and I tried to play it as safe as possible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, we are excited. I'm definitely excited to see, excited for that game tomorrow. And with that being said, I think that's going to do it for this game. Still got one more left. I'll be joined by Harv. Make sure to follow both these guys. Information is in there in the title. And then also go check out Ratty on YouTube and Twitch. I just put his YouTube link in the title. Let's get Ratty to Operation Get Ratty to 100K. He is just over 8,000 away. So if you guys aren't subbed and you can give him a sub, greatly appreciate it. Got to give him his play button so he can turn into a demon.
That's right.
Yep. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back in just a minute, joined by Harv, and see you very soon. Peace out.
Please become Elden Lord.